welcome to Evolve. I am so delighted that you are here with us this evening, tonight. And we're having a special program. But before we do that, I want to just say thank you for everyone that's watching. It's always an honor and a privilege to be able to come into your homes on any given occasion and talk about mental health, sexuality, spirituality. It's all good. And as my friend Dr. D. Polk says, it's all good and it's all God. So we're honored to have my dear friend here with us. I'll introduce him in a second. But he wrote a book called In the Beginning, Man Created God in His Own Image. What a thought-provoking and powerful title. And his name is Bishop Jamel Broadnax. Bishop Broadnax is the pastor, spiritual leader of the Spiritual Life Center in Greensboro, North Carolina, which I'm looking forward to visiting you actually in person soon. We've been friends all these years, but haven't met yet. But we're definitely gonna make that happen. He's an author and so much more. He wrote this book, and I actually ordered the book. I read the book. Highly recommend the book. One thing I've told him that I learned about the book, and you read other people's books that talk about God and whatnot, but this book in particular created an image about God that I wasn't even familiar with, and I can see God in a whole different, more healthier light. And Bishop Broadnax's book brought a lot of clarity and answered a lot of my questions in regards to this book. So I definitely highly recommend you to get the book. And I also mentioned to him too before the show started, like there's no way Bishop Broadnax just stayed up all night just trying to figure out a title, because this title here is like, who would have ever thought to name it this? It had to be the spirit or that inner voice, that intuition that gave him that title, because it's so amazing. So thank you so much for being on the show tonight.
Yes. Thank you for having me.
What inspired you to write this book?
Well, first of all, Henry, I just want to say again, thank you for having me. And I'm just excited about being here. This book, In the Beginning, Man Created God in His Own Image. It's a book born out of my own personal spiritual evolution. This book, this is what it did for me, okay? And this is what I hope that it does for others. This book challenged me, and it challenges in itself traditional religious narratives while encouraging readers to discover and define their own relationship with the divine. So I was inspired by my own journey. You know, my journey was a long, deep, and read it. It's an honest journey. It was a journey through faith, through questions, through transformation. And I reached this place, Henry, where I realized so much of what we were taught about God wasn't really God. And it didn't really come from it. It came from people. It was shaped by culture. It was shaped by power. It was shaped by fear. And I wanted to write something liberating, something that gives people permission to redefine God for themselves. And after deconstructing, to help them deconstruct, and then after deconstructing, to reconstruct their faith in a way that's authentic for them.
Wow, that's a wonderful answer. Thank you so much.
Yes,
You
sir.
said, man. Let me say this first.
Okay.
In Genesis, it says, in the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth, and God made us. God made us supposedly after His image and likeness, and all this stuff. But I love this. You say, man created God in His own image, which leads to the question that many may be asking: What is that image?
What is that image? And I'm glad you brought that out, because I do believe, let me say this, I do believe in God. I do believe
because you can make a picture. A picture is worth 1,000 words, they say.
Exactly.
An image.
An image, right. I believe there is God, but I don't believe the image that we've created of God is God. All right. Man created this image that we currently have as a whole that most people accept as God. And your question is, what is that image? Right? That image that man created, it's an image that reflects man's own biases, man's own limitations. They're the people that wrote it. It's an image that reflects their own cultural norms. Okay, it reflects the cultural norms of the people who wrote it. We see a God who's patriarchal, vengeful, power hungry, misogynistic. And why? Why do we see that? A God that wants to control and that will go through to any means to control, even if it means kill a whole nation. Why do we see that image of God? Because those were the traits that were valued in those ancient times. So essentially, brother Henry, I'm calling you Brother Henry because you used to have a show called the Brother Henry Show. I'm sorry. But essentially, old habits die hard. Essentially, Henry, people project themselves onto God. That's pretty much what that image is. They projected themselves onto God. If they were angry, God was angry. If they wanted control, God became controlling. That's the image that I'm challenging in this book.
Wow, that's powerful projection. So the very thing I may be, we it's almost like we put that on God. So if you're pretty much saying in essence, if God is upset, I'm upset. If God is on the edge, bipolar, I mean, especially the God, it seems like the betrayal of what it looks like of the one in scripture. That's why we need books like yours to pretty much pave the way for people who want, say, a more clear image and picture of God. But I really believe that a lot of what we are, we try to project that onto God. And sometimes I wonder if God is like, what are y'all doing? Like there's a scripture you're probably familiar with. You've been in ministry for years. I don't know where it's located at, but I guess they wanted to do sacrifices or something. God said this never crossed my mind. Yeah. I don't know where it's at, but it's somewhere now where it's happened quite a few times where it's like God was like, this never crossed my mind. I never thought about this. So it's amazing you say man created God in his own image, because I feel like people are not only doing that today, but I do feel like even the characters in scriptures have done that. I'm not saying they did that intentionally. They were just trying to describe God the best way that they could. So sometimes we have to even navigate through the image that they've portrayed of God as well.
Absolutely. That's exactly right. Exactly right. Because what these people are doing, it's really not God. It's these people are. God is not talking in the Bible. All right. Gods don't
Exactly.
write.
Yeah.
Gods don't write books. People write books. So
Yeah.
it doesn't mean God's not real, but we got to be honest and use integrity as we interpret and talk about the Bible. The Bible was not written by God. Gods don't write books. So what we have is we've got these men, all right, that hate a certain thing or hate a certain nation, hate a certain people, and they project that image on the God. And then when we look at the Bible as a whole, really, Henry, what it is, it's not God giving us commandments, God telling us how the world was created. No, it's men trying to figure the world out. That's all it is. And they're doing it on paper. They're writing it on papyrus or whatever you want to call it. They're just trying to figure things out. They're venting. Some of this that you're reading is they're venting. They're just trying to figure life out, figure the world out. And what you're hearing in this book, Henry, is you're hearing their frustration. It ain't God. You're hearing their frustration. You're hearing their confusion. You're hearing their misogyny as they're evolving and growing and trying to figure stuff out, figure this world out. You see what I'm saying? That's what that is. Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. So if man created God in his own image, what would it look like if we embrace the image of God that God has created for us in terms of having a clear image of God?
Let me think about that question. If man created God in his own image, you said, what would it look like if
Yeah.
we embrace the image
Th-
God
th-
created for us?
Yeah, whatever that is. And I think it's love, affirmation, acceptance, all those type of things. I said if man created God in his own image, what would that look? I said what would it look like if we embrace the image God has created for us? But I guess that leads to the question: what is that exactly?
Exactly. That's a great question. But I will answer it in this way. I'll answer it. I think it would look like freedom. It would look like
Yeah.
unconditional love, unity, wholeness, connection. If we embraced what I see anyway as the divine image we were
Hmm.
created in, rather than the image we created for God, we would stop seeing God as other. Do you feel me? We would stop
Hmm.
seeing God as other and start recognizing the divine in everything, including the divine in ourselves and including the divine in one another. God is not a distant being for us to be scared of, for us to fear, but a divine presence to be experienced and embodied, you see.
Hmm.
So that's what it would look like. It would look like freedom, wholeness, connection, unity, and see and stop seeing, and I'll preference this again, and to stop seeing God as other and start recognizing the divine in ourselves, in one another, and in all things. That's what it would look like.
Wow, that's powerful. Um, what is the main takeaway from your book from those who's going to read it?
The main takeaway is that your personal relationship with what I call the divine, your personal relationship with the divine matters more than the doctrine you inherited.
Ooh.
Okay? You don't have to fit into you don't have to fit into outdated religious systems to experience
Hmm.
God. Do you see? That's the main takeaway. You don't have to fit into some antiquated religious system to experience what we call God. This book
Yeah.
encourages you to explore, to question, and to reclaim your spirituality in a way that feels authentic and life-giving to you. That's the main takeaway, brother.
That's good, and that's what I get too when I read your book. Um, People read things, and sometimes testimonies come from what they read.
Yeah,
Can you think of a testimony or two that people have shared with you personally? How they've been?
absolutely.
I mean, I've kind of shared mine with you on here, but have you? What has people telling you about? What are you hearing about this book that you wrote?
Oh man, I've never heard a negative word. I'll say that, and I've heard some great testimonies from, believe it or not, all walks of life. People that consider themselves Christian, spiritual, atheists. I've heard from all walks of life, and it is amazing. Um, Basically, the main thing I've heard people say is, I finally see it. It clicked. One lady at one elder in my church that came from a fundamentalist, heavy, strict background, but that's now part of my ministry. But
Mhm.
she said to me, she said, finally got it. Your book freed me. I now see I don't have to give up my God. I don't have to get with this awakening that I'm experiencing. It made me feel like I had to give up my God, had to give up my Jesus. But now I see I
Mhm.
don't have to give up my God. I can reconstruct in a way that works for me. You know, others talked about how it helped them break free from religious trauma. Some shared how they had the the courage to ask questions they were never able to ask in church. Okay, so that's kind of it. Yeah.
That's good. I've never asked an author this question
Okay.
that I can think of. The many years I've talked to, and I know you're more than an author, but I'm gonna ask you this question. You'll be the first I've asked.
Oh boy,
I know,
nervous.
I know you wrote this book.
Okay.
I know you wrote this book. But my question is, how has this book influenced you personally? Did you learn anything about yourself in the writing process? I've never asked anybody that question because we love to hear about how it's impacting other people, but how has it how has it affected you internally, like personally?
Whew, I don't know if you saw what I was feeling. That
Yeah, I
overwhelmed.
did. I
Oh,
did.
did I learn anything about myself? My God, Henry, the writing of this book, and I'm sorry, my eyes are closed because of what I'm sensing and feeling. The very
I got chills.
Henry, the very writing of this book was a journey into the deep crevices of my soul. I,
Wow.
as I'm writing, I saw myself, I heard myself, I saw my journey. It brought
Mm,
correction to myself. It healed me as I'm writing. Oh my goodness.
mm,
Ooh, it's my soul on paper, Henry. I've
wow.
written I've written only one other book, but nothing like this. This was my soul on paper, you
Yeah.
know. So I saw myself as I'm writing in a way I've never seen myself before. The book stretched me in ways I didn't expect. It made me confront my own inherited beliefs and to let go of some fears, but it also showed me a part of my new self that I didn't see before that
Mm-hmm.
also needs to be deconstructed. My spirituality, my conscious self needs to be deconstructed because I
Mm-hmm.
saw that I became that which I hated. I saw that I left judgmental Christianity and I became a judgmental, conscious minded person. But it helped me also realize I wasn't really conscious minded. I wasn't conscious. I thought I was. But anyway, I learned so much, man. And as I wrote this book, it was just like a journey through my soul. And that's how it affected me personally, you know?
I like how you said it's like your soul being written down on paper. I'm like, I felt chills when you said that. I said, "Woo!" I know nobody. I've never heard anybody say that before.
Ooh, man, and I think that came from spirit too, that I've
Yeah,
been
I'm
saying
like,
that for a
wow.
while. It came from spirit because that's exactly what it was. This experience is like for me, Henry. I've never experienced anything like it. So I don't, this is the one book I do not take lightly. When people read this, understand you are experiencing my soul on paper. It was
Mm-hmm.
painful. The writing journey, I mean now, not my
Yeah.
life journey. It was painful. It was traumatic.
Mm-hmm.
It was renewing. I mean, everything was there. All type of emotions. It was liberating. It was healing all together.
Wow.
Man, it's my soul on paper.
Yeah. It's it's gonna be such a powerful book. I can't wait till everyone read it. We're gonna dive into tonight's questions. There are three questions I like to ask our audience at the end of each show, and in regards to the show whatever show that was. Number one, make sure you put your answers in the comment section. Number one, what did you learn from tonight's interview? Number two, in what ways have man created God in his own image? I put their own image. Number three, how does this book resonate with you in regards to your own spiritual journey. And I would like for you to put, I'm gonna say it again because you went black out, but I'm gonna say it again. Number 3, how does this book resonate with you in regards to your own spiritual journey? So I'm looking forward to um, everyone answering those questions. And if you don't want to answer them, just at least reflect on them. I want you to get involved. Just connect with us. Like, subscribe, follow us on YouTube. That's where we go live now. But we do share them on Soul TV, which has several, actually millions of people over there. And we're on Facebook.com/The Broad Henry Youth Show. You can like and follow that page as well. Bishop Broadnax, thank you so much for coming on the show. Please go visit Amazon.com, and also you can visit beyondreligion.net. And I believe Bishop Broadnax, in our closing statements, I think as it relates to Amazon, he's going to tell you how you can actually look it up, because that way you can actually find the book.
Yes. So on Amazon, unfortunately, you have to type in the entire title. I found that out the whole way. I mean, the hard way. So you've got to type in the entire title. In the beginning, man created God in his own image. So you got to type that in to get it to come up. Beyondreligion.net, that supports me because that all comes directly to me, besides shipping and handling. So if you go to beyondreligion.net, it may take a little while longer because if I don't have any books on hand, I have to order more. And I actually sign and autograph and put a message in there for you if you go to beyondreligion.net. Hey, get the book. Get the book. I had to grab a copy. All right.
That's good. It is such an amazing book. I'm not just saying that either. It's such a, I think it'll revolutionize people's world, their thinking capacity. And I think you'll see God in ways that you probably have never seen and experienced before. His soul literally written down.
Man,
I'm sorry, I can't get over that on paper.
That's what it is, brother. Hey, look, guys, I'm also. Oh, go ahead. No.
Oh no, go ahead. That's all I wanted to say about that.
Also, I wanted just to make you aware. Hey, listen, I'm available for speaking engagements, conferences, workshops. I'm here, one-on-one mentoring. Come on, I'm right here for you. Just want to let you know I'm available for my community, and all of you are my community.
So you're available for all those things. Do they connect with you through beyondreligion.net or through social media?
That's a great question. I think you can. I can't remember how I got that page set up, but I think there's a contact.
Or they can send you a friend request or follow you.
Definitely do that. Facebook, just as you see it on the screen, it's Bishop B. Jamel Broadnax on Facebook. Follow me there. Okay. TikTok, The Conscious Bishop.
That's awesome. We want to say thank you for everyone that's watching. Make sure you share this interview with your friends and go on over to Amazon. Go to beyondreligion.net. I read the book. You won't regret it. Even if you have to type out the whole thing, let me tell you, it's worth it. Go ahead and do it. Thank you so much. Have a good night.